Hey, welcome to today's video and thanks for joining me. We are going to be talking about why businesses fail. Why do small businesses fail? This is actually going to be a mini series where we're going to be sharing with you not just why businesses fail, but also how to actually stop that from happening. And then we're actually going to go through each video explaining how to do things like, for instance, cash flow and cash management. We'll be interviewing a business that actually helps business owners with cash flow. A lot of business owners try to do their own marketing. If you have an unlimited budget, of course, you can just go ahead and pay to have professionals do that. But a lot of small business owners, they start, it's just themselves usually, or maybe it's a couple, and they end up having to do a lot of their own marketing. And so we're actually going to go through some of the tools that are used that you can use. We're going to walk through each tool to help you figure out how to use, for instance, using Canva, how to create thumbnails for Instagram, how to create backgrounds for things like YouTube and LinkedIn, or just doing presentations. Maybe you have a team, your employees, you want to do a presentation and talk about sales ideas and so on. So we'll show you how to use Canva to be able to create some of those marketing pieces. We'll be looking at email marketing. How do you use email marketing? So many businesses, you see it every day. You look in your computer and you get email after email after email. Is that one of your businesses, by the way? How come? Why is your business not doing that? I'll show you an easy way to do it. It actually doesn't take a lot of time, and it's actually fun to do because you actually get to craft your own messages. We'll be looking at how to use LinkedIn. LinkedIn, if you're a business that's doing B2B business, then you need to be on LinkedIn. We're going to share with you exactly how to use LinkedIn, how to go over your own profile to make sure it's actually working properly, looks properly, some little secrets in terms of how to get people to focus in on your content. And then we're going to share with you how to actually build that connection. And it's actually a very easy process to do, and I think you're going to enjoy it. We're going to look at how to create a business plan. So many businesses fail because they don't have a business plan. So one of the videos we're going to be talking about is just about how to create a business plan, how to work the business plan, how to use it throughout the year, and very simple, straightforward stuff. You know what? A lot of businesses also are failing on social media. So we're going to talk in the videos about how to use social media, how to use it in a way so it helps you with conversion of clients. And so many business owners also struggle with, I see it every day when I talk to my own clients, when I do reviews and we talk about accounting, how you use an accountant, how you use other professionals like financial advisors and lawyers. And I'm going to share with you exactly how to use those professionals to help grow your business, to help find hidden areas in your business that you might have cash that you can use in your business. So, and then the last video we're going to be talking about is how to actually grow your sales, how to find more customers, how to get more leads, and how to grow your sales revenue. A company that has no sales revenue is not a company. You're dying, right? So we have to make sure that you get really good on this. So let's jump into it. Let's have a great video. The first video is let's look at why businesses fail. About 20% of businesses, small businesses, fail in their first year. If you're a small business owner, you had a great idea. You were either working for someone, gained a lot of experience, and decided, you know what, I can do that. I love doing it, and I want to be my own boss, control my own hours, control my own pay, doing the same thing I'm doing for somebody else. I want to do that. Or you just had a great idea, and you said, aha, there's something, I know people are going to love this. And you get started, you open your doors or you start your business. But you know what? There is a checklist of things that you got to be great at. And if those things, like having a great idea, is not sufficient enough to have a successful business, you have to have so many other skill sets, and we're going to talk about that. So 20% of small businesses fail in their first 12 months. 50% of businesses fail in their first 5 years. And about 33% of the businesses are not active 10 years later. Now, that can be a combination of a great many things. Could be that the person retired. Could be that particular service or trend fell out of favor. 81% of everybody that's online searching for products and services, they go online before they make a purchasing decision. So this is a really important thing. So in order for your business to thrive, you need to have an online presence because your customers are looking for your products first. One of the things that always got my attention as an advisor was that, my prospects or my clients are searching online for information that they need about financial planning, about life insurance, how to grow their tax-free savings account, how to protect their family, like a wide variety of subject matter, right? And they're going on my competitors' websites, my competitors' blogs to get that information. People will say, well, why do I have to do that? Why do I have to create a blog? Because you don't want to drive your clients or your future prospect to somebody else's blog or to somebody else's website to get the information and then say, yeah, I'm going to head on back to that person's business to buy from them. No, it's got to come from you. And so that's the one key takeaway from this whole session is you've got to be online. Another area for business owners was really about the team that they build around them. So many business owners begin their journey just themselves, or it's a couple, and they're wearing a lot of hats. They have to do all the work themselves. And you know what? They probably can get away with it for a while. Of course, if you don't have an unlimited budget, you've got to do it yourself. For those who are well capitalized and you hire all those professionals to help you, then your job is much easier. But for many small business owners, you're doing everything yourself and you have to learn on the job. And so that is a very difficult thing to do. It takes a lot of your time up, and you're going to reach a point where you can only do so much. And now it's a really diminishing return because you're spreading yourself so thin. So one of the things about scaling a business is you need to surround yourself with people that are exceptionally talented, that you can trust, you get along well with, that are going to help you propel your business forward, grow your business forward, so that they can take on, let's say, the marketing initiative, so that you can focus in on clients. We often say in my business of financial planning, you spend time with your clients. The more time you spend with clients, the better outcomes for everybody. So this is important for business owners to look at. So this is in no particular order. We're going to go through each one, why businesses fail. And it's not like top to bottom. It's just we're going to talk about a number of different ways. So one is financing problems. Every small business owner starts out either if it's usually you'll see them using lines of credit from their own homes, which I don't support. But you know what? If you have such a craving to start a business and that is the only source of money, pool of money that you can use to start a business, that's your decision to do that. But one of the things that businesses really are great at is understanding what is the day-to-day need for cash in their business. So you've got an idea and you think, well, I'm going to need about this much money, because it also ties into how much money you need personally for your own expenses, but how much money would it cost you to run your business? So business owners have a pretty good idea about what that is. But where the disconnection comes from is understanding how much sales revenue is going to be required to generate that. And so there's a disconnection in being able to calculate how much I need and how much my products and services will generate. And because of that, there's a funding shortfall, and that leads to a lot of businesses failing in their first year because the business owner just didn't have the knowledge. And of course, that is a really quick way of learning how funding works. Failure to market online. This, I want to say, was likely a really good example of this was COVID. During the coronavirus, a lot of businesses were forced to shut down because the government imposed these restrictions. And for businesses that were able to move quickly to online sales, or if they had that already in place, it was much easier to survive, we'll say, than the business who was not online, had no idea how to get their business online. That time lag made them suffer because people who really wanted a product or service that they couldn't find you online, they went to your competitor. And that was a very hard lesson to learn. 80% of internet users search for a product or service online before they actually go and buy it, whether they buy it online or they go into a physical store. But 80% of people now are going online. In my area of financial planning, people are actually searching about my business. They go on my website, go on LinkedIn, they go on Instagram, they'll go on all my social media accounts to see who I am, what kind of character personality I have. And I know very well they're doing that. Even after I meet someone for the first time, after that meeting, I know they're Googling me. And so you've got to make sure that you're online. 81% of internet users research their products before they buy. So it's important that you get online. Pricing. This is a huge, huge problem for businesses. See it all the time with small businesses. Think about your business. Think about a business that you've been to where they decided to undercut all the competitors in their area. We have a product or service. We're just going to do it for less. You know what? That works for a short period of time to get people to come to your business or to get people to come to your online business. And it only works for a short period of time. The reason for that is because your competitors have been in the market for a while. They might have a lot of cash available to them. They've got a loyal client base, and some of those clients might leave their business temporarily just to go and see what that other business is all about. Curiosity, really, right? If you are just simply undercutting on price, but not really delivering on all the other areas of your business because you just haven't got that experience yet in your business to really understand it and really do it well, people are not going to come back just simply for price. People will overpay for a product if they find value in it. And sometimes that value is not a tangible thing. It can be the feeling they get from buying it. Like, for instance, look at Starbucks. Starbucks had a business that grew out of buying a $3, a $5 cup of coffee from something that was $1.30 or $1.50. A normal cup of coffee, somebody's paying 3-4 times the amount for. Why? Is because of what Starbucks did to make that person feel like they were doing something that was very special. The experience of buying coffee is what Starbucks was selling. Walking down that street with their Starbucks coffee, everybody wanted it and continue to want it. Undercutting somebody is not going to work long term. You have to have a plan that is actually thinking about how am I going to, from a pricing point of view, price our products and services so that we have enough revenue, not just to pay the bills. You didn't get into business so that you can just simply pay the bills. You want to actually make a lot of money, and you want to grow your revenues year over year. And if you're always, it's a race to the bottom if you're just undercutting your competitors. So this is very important. What it does is it leads to shortfalls in being able to fund your business, and businesses end up closing because they couldn't outlast their competitor, the one that was in the business for so long and could afford to just wait it out. Because remember, go back to that statistic, 20% of businesses fail in their first year, 50% fail within their 5 years. So if you're going against a very entrenched competitor that's got lots of cash, lots of loyal clients, man, you can't just simply undercut them. Your business is gonna fail. Inadequate management. Now, this is a sensitive thing because I'm talking to you, you're a business owner, and you've got a great idea, or you had a lot of experience working for somebody else and decided to go out on your own and create your own business, your own legacy, time on your hands. Now you're controlling your own calendar, all those wonderful benefits. But the thing is that are you a great leader? Are you a good manager? This is the thing. You might know how to do a particular aspect of type of job, we'll say, but are you a good trainer? Do you have the patience to train somebody on how to do all the roles that are necessary in your business? Do you have the kind of vision that is required to scale your business and grow large? This is where businesses fail, is not having the acumen to be able to run a business. Oftentimes, business owners who begin, whether it's them individually or a couple, they're the senior level management of their business. It's just them, against the world. And so you're doing a lot of great things. But when you have to start hiring people, what is your process for training? Do you have, a lot of those things that are in your head? Now you can push this task to somebody else. We'll hire them, great individual, but they're like, okay, how do I do this? And you haven't developed any of the training material, any of the processes. You actually haven't thought in your mind, what is the step-by-step process of actually doing the task that you've known so well for 10, 15 years working for somebody else. Think back, you have to build a business that actually has standard operating procedures for everything. How do you answer the phone? How does that person talk about your business? What kind of marketing? You got to share all that information. It takes a lot of time, but this is where business owners fail, is because they didn't understand how to train well, how to develop processes, and actually maybe they just weren't great managers of people. So this is one of the things you have to think about developing in yourself. And if you're not a great manager of people, but you still want your business, then hire a great manager, because you're just going to kill everybody. I mean, not physically, but you're going to make people want to leave your business, right? Because they just don't want to be around you. So this is important for you to recognize that in yourself. Ineffective business planning. Now, this goes back to that one question that I ask clients, and that is, do you have a business plan? 2 out of 10 people have a written financial plan. And that is not very different from people who go into business. I want you to think about your business. Whatever that business was, you decided you had a great idea and you always wanted to be a business owner. As the market changed around you, you are unwilling to adapt because you're kind of stuck in your ways. You had to do it a certain way. And that often leads to businesses failing because they just don't change. Think of Blockbuster Video. If anyone ever remembers Blockbuster Video. Failing to track marketing efforts. It's really important that you have the analytic tools to be able to track all of your marketing efforts. If you don't do that, you have no idea from where your customers are coming from, which marketing pieces are working, which ones are not, what areas of the city are people coming from, or on internet. If you know you've got a lot of people, if you only knew you had a lot of people coming from this particular product or this particular marketing piece, you would build more pieces around that theme. But if you're not looking at that, you have no idea. So it's kind of like wasting money. You're having to reinvent the marketing wheel every time you put a marketing piece out. What an ineffective use of your money. The second is, talking about money, is business owners really underestimate the amount of capital that's required to actually build your business online, to do outreach campaigns, to actually get people to see you, to recognize you, to communicate with you, and to actually have some conversion into becoming a client. A lot of businesses don't understand how much money and time goes into that. It is an absolute, it will suck the time from you so badly when you're doing it as a business owner on your own. If you're watching this and you are an individual running your own business, please give me a thumbs up or like the video, because if that's a statement that you agree with, because that is a big area. You can spend a lot of time on your phone doing social media. You think you're doing social media, but it just sucks the energy and time away from you. The other area that businesses didn't understand was, who is their ideal client? This is so important. You build a business, you have a great idea, and you think, well, who would like this business? And this is one area where business owners are trying to figure out who would actually be my ideal client. Now, you have to build what's called your client avatar, and you're detailing exactly who that person is. Age, male, female, what kind of clothes they wear, what kind of music they like, where do they go shopping, like every aspect of that person you have to build. So that leads you to, okay, this is where I'm going to put my marketing efforts. Businesses, just as an insight, businesses that do this, every time you shop somewhere, every time you buy something, every time you receive an email, like Shoppers Drug Mart sends you an email and you click on that, they're building that. That goes into their memory of, oh, this person liked this shampoo. Let's start sending them emails about shampoo. Failing to listen to your customers. Wow. Your customers are online. They are going to, about 78% of your customers are going to go online and interact with you online, whether that's in a chat box, whether they leave comments on products and services, did reviews. They're going to share their experiences with all their friends, and they're going to do it loudly when they're not happy about it. This is very important. So if you're going to be online, you have to have a really great way to communicate with your clients online, to have just a great experience online as they would if they were in your store standing with you. This is very important for you to get this part. Inventory management. One of the biggest areas in businesses where they failed was they failed to be able to keep their inventory. How many places, well, certainly during coronavirus, when you looked at anybody try to build a fence or a deck in their backyard during coronavirus, there's no lumber anywhere to do that. And that was just a symptom of what happened, of shutting everything down. But think about that from a point of view of your own business, where you weren't able to get the product in a certain color. It ran out. The manufacturer closed, or you weren't able to fund it because you didn't have enough cash. One of the biggest things that businesses do is inventory shortages. That is a silent cash flow killer. The product that the client always ordered from you isn't in stock, and so they don't buy it from you, and they might go and find it from somebody else that had it in stock. So there is an area where if you are not paying attention to inventory management, this can really be damaging to a business. Lack of sales. Wow, this is huge. No matter where you go, whether you're in my business, my space as a financial advisor, whether you're selling cosmetics, clothing, a service, businesses will say one of the main reasons why they closed their business is they didn't make enough money. They couldn't close enough. They couldn't find enough clients. They weren't getting enough people in their pipeline. And then there was this sort of problem where they got people in their pipeline, but they lost business because their employees or their staff couldn't close those sales. Not being able to move in a new direction when a certain trend that you were capitalizing on dries up. Not recognizing that the market has moved past you and you are still doing this thing that nobody wants. And so it's so easy for a business owner to become obsessed with their idea, their business, because it was born out of a lot of pride, a sense of, look what I came up with. And when nobody wants that business anymore, it's difficult for a business owner to recognize that they need to change or they're going to fail. And so a lot of businesses end up failing. They don't adapt, they don't change. And that was one of the key areas in why businesses failed. That is our session today on why businesses fail. Top reasons why businesses fail. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel if these things really appeal to you and you got a lot of information out of it. Please hit that button below. It helps to get the algorithm in our favor so we can share this video with so many more people. Thanks very much for joining us today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.